of legal experts to assist us with reviewing the documentation we have. And I think it's important that everybody knows here. We have nothing further than you have seen here tonight and what's been posted on the website. That's accurate. So we're reacting to what we have. So we have retained an external environmental lawyer along with an external technical engineer that has worked with the same lawyer on landfill proposals. So if you read those letters, you'll see the kind of the rigor that we have in terms of the lawyer and the engineer. To that point, yeah, we're very well aware of the Oxford situation, as we are. Our new CAO, Michael Dubin, was the CAO for Oxford County before. So the legal experts we have retained are the same ones that have been working with those communities that fought the neighbor settlement. So we have a set budget. We have a a budget through our legal counsel. Will do what we need to do unless directed differently by council. I think that's what the mayor will say.
So I want to start with this statement. We together as Chatham Kent will fight this until this is no longer an issue. It's done. It's not going to happen, okay? And this, you're doing I'm blown away by how professional this presentation is and what Dresden, I shouldn't say I'm blown away. I expected Dresden to step up the way they have. Like they do with every other thing, good or bad, you guys come together as a community. And Dresden here, Martha, Wendy, and the group, I want to thank you for what you're doing. Amazing presentation, getting together. The key is understanding the facts and getting together. We want all of Chatham Kent fighting with you. It's not just Dresden area, it's Chatham Kent. So if you know people anywhere in Chatham Kent, or anywhere in the province for that matter, have them get online and make that statement saying, if you don't want to see it here, you got to do an environmental assessment. That's
This was here last week.
I've been able to, I sent a text to the premier. When I heard that, he came and said, I didn't know anything about it. As soon as I heard that the next morning, I texted. I've spoken with the minister a couple of times, made it very clear with her that we do not want that here. So with that, I'll answer the question you asked, is there a budget? No, there's no budget, but there was no cap put on it. We said, we're gonna fight this, council said, we're gonna fight this until it's done. We've hired a high-end lawyer, that's not gonna be cheap. So we have the council set a budget and say, go spend 20 grand. No, council unanimously said, fight this until it's done. So council is completely behind you and it's not restricted by funds. We are going to fight this till the end. So I'm glad to see everybody out and make sure you get everyone on that line online. That's critical to say at least in the environmental assessment, because that will get us to different levels once that is committed to. And we need that. That will push this off years, and it's going to cost them a lot of money, to make sure to get through this. You'll see that with what the Ridge had to do and the amount of money they spend to do it. So it's critical. Thank you again for coming out and supporting this.
Yeah, I think we can tell York1 that Chatham Kent will spend whatever it takes to fight them. If that's $10 million, $15 million, Mayor Canniff, we have your commitment tonight. None of our property taxes are going to go up.
Thanks, Darrin.
Takes money to fight these guys.
I don't have really too many questions. I just have more comments than anything. My first comment is on the water wells. Okay, everybody's talking about the river and Molly Street and all that. I live right there, or I don't live there, I own a property that's right there. The house is 418 feet from the proposed site. Okay, we all have private water wells there. There's 18 houses there that have families that live in them. My family lives in mine, my son, his spouse, 4 grandkids. We all have private water wells. That is a concern right here today, not in a week from now, today, because they already have their okay to go in there and do their leachate ponds and their wastewater ditches and everything, so they've already been back there. We already have one well that's kind of disturbed already with methane gas. So, on on the comments on that, to get a proper water well analysis on your water, one, you have to get a well inspection first. Reason being is because York1's gonna say your well went bad because of poor maintenance. You didn't check it, you didn't look at it. They're gonna blame it on anything but them to say that your water well went bad. Okay, so first you gotta get an inspection. It calls for a licensed well driller with a certificate to inspect your well to make sure that it's good. Then you have to hire a licensed hydrologist that's certified to come and take your water sample. Then that hydrologist has to take it to a certified lab to have it tested, which in all together, you're looking at $500 to $800 for the inspection, $1,500 to $2,000 for a level 5 water inspection. I don't want just a $300 one. We need a good water inspection to go by in case my water well goes bad. Okay, so what happens then? You get the test, say 6 months later your water well goes bad and you don't have any water. What do? I asked Mayor Darrin Canniff, do you have money for me to sue York1? That's my question for that. Because that's what I would have to do, is sue York1 because they're the developer back there doing stuff and would be responsible for that. Okay, so I don't have $100,000 to sue York1. So that's not gonna happen. And the wells will not come back. They will put filtration systems on them ranging from $2,000 to $15,000. I know people personally, 5 people personally that have been through it with the wind farms, today still have water tanks in their sheds that they either have to go get filled up or have a water truck and come and fill them up. So my demands to York1 is what I'm gonna do to get together with the local people that live there, is put demands on York1 to say, you're the developer back there. If my water well goes bad, I want an insulated, heated, filled up water tank, 1,000 gallons, at my house within a reasonable amount of time and plumbed into my house. Because I can't wait for somebody for 6 months to try and fix my well. So basically that's my comments on that. So that's basically it. It's my concern as a very, very close, and there's other people that are closer than me. I don't see Dave Wilson here, but I know he's the guy that has trouble with his water wells. Talk to the Ministry of the Environment in Windsor. There was problems at that site before York1 bought it. People were fined, things were being dumped there, and probably landfill there as well that shouldn't have been. Thank you.